Now in this video, we're going to break down the 1970s and 80s Oklahoma Sooners. They are one of the most dominant rushing attacks in the history of college football, and they are built around the triple option. This offense was a masterclass in execution, misdirection, and forcing defenses into impossible choices. With legends like Barry Switzer calling the plays and Heisman winner Billy Sims carrying the rock, this team ran the ball with ruthless efficiency and physicality. Now in this video, we're going to break down the triple option system that powered this dynasty, and I'm going to show you how you can recreate it in college football 25. Now, OU was built around the Wishbone formation, and we're going to be focusing more on the flexbone in this scheme, but it is going to attack defenses in the same way. Now, this offense is part of a bigger scheme where I'll be breaking down 3 triple option offenses with each getting their own video, but because they're all going to be run out of either the Army or the Air Force playbook, you'll be able to mix and match elements from each scheme to create one unstoppable offense. Now, if you want to check out everything I have for this triple option scheme, I will link the playlist down below. Now, the 70s and 80s Oklahoma Sooners didn't just run the ball, they built a run-first identity that overwhelmed opponents with structure, speed, and physicality. The entire offense was designed to put defenses in a bind on every single play. It was simple in design, but devastating in execution. Now, every run had built-in answers. They had the dive, the quarterback keep, or the pitch. Once the defense made a mistake, even just a half second of hesitation, the play was already over, and Oklahoma mastered the art of forcing defenders into lose-lose situations. Then this offense wasn't finesse football. The Sooners played bully ball with one of the most physical offensive lines in the sport, anchored by dominant fullbacks and pulling guards who cleared the way for big runs every drive. Then by keeping the scheme tight and disciplined, OU didn't need trickery. They hit defenses with timing, misdirection, and raw execution. Every play looked the same until it didn't, and by the time you figured it out, the ball was already gone. Then once teams loaded the box, OU had answers. Tight end releases, crossers from compressed sets, and deep bombs off fake dives. The offense didn't just chew the clock, it punished you for getting too aggressive to stop the run game. The first formation we're looking at is flexbone normal. This is an under center formation with a wingback on each side of the field, then a fullback directly behind the QB, then 2 split out wide receivers. Now this formation will feature a ton of triple and other option runs where the QB will be a huge part of the run game and he will have a ton of different pitch options. Then we're going to have some really good play action shot plays that will work off these runs once they're established, and it makes them really hard contain. Now the first run we're going to be looking at in this formation is the rocket toss. This starts with an auto motion in behind the quarterback by one of our wingbacks. Then we will do a quick toss to this player and you can just hit the edge with a ton of speed, and this can let you get some huge gains out on the edge of the defense. On this run, we're also going to have our other wingback as the lead blocker who can get out in front and help spring you for these big pickups. The other element is at the snap, we're also going to get our fullback doing a fake dive. This can get the user and linebackers to bite down inside, which will open up more opportunities to hit the edge with our toss play. Now the pass play we're going to be looking at here is fake fullback toss rollout RT, and this is going to be an incredible play action shot play that you can use to hit some big explosive gains down the field. To set this play up, come out with your running back wheel to the short side of the field, then take your receiver on the outside on that side and put him on a clear out, so either a streak or a bang 8. Then take the outside receiver on the wide side and put him on a deep cross. The other adjustment you can make is take the other wingback and put him on a drag across the field. Now this play starts with a fake toss, and this can really help pull down the users and linebackers. Then we want to look to the wingback wheel up the sideline, and as he gets in behind the flat defender, you can drop this into the hole for a really big gain. This can be a great pass concept to really get that ball into the soft spot between the deep blue defender and the flat defender. Now if the user bites down on the run or starts to try to run with the wheel, then we're going to have this deep cross breaking in deep over the middle of the field, and this is a great second option. Then on this play, if both of our deeper routes are taken away, then we do have 2 checkdowns on this play, and we can go to either the fullback on the fake toss or the shallow drag as he comes across the field. The next formation we are looking at is flexbone close. This will be very similar to our other flexbone formation with under center, 2 wingbacks on each side and a fullback, but now our 2 wide receivers will be split in tight in this formation. This gives us a ton of those similar QB centric option runs and some downhill wing and fullback based run plays. Then with the tight wide receiver splits, it unlocks some different ways we can attack through the air, including a play that we'll be breaking down here in a minute that is an amazing deep passing concept. The next one we're breaking down here is HB counter, and this is a great run that will utilize misdirection to open up the inside handoff. So this starts off with that fake fullback dive. Then our wingback will come from that same side and get a handoff countering out the other way. And now you can break through and get some really big gains on the ground. Now with this handoff, you can keep heading a bit more parallel to the line of scrimmage before cutting up field. Or if the middle of the field is open, as soon as you get the handoff, you can just put your foot in the ground and get downhill right away with your ball carrier. Then this fake fullback dive is great because it can pull down the user, and now it just makes this counter off of that fullback dive so much more effective. Now the pass play we're going to break down here is all go, and this is one of the best vertical pass plays that you will find in college football 25 and can be a money play that you can use versus cover 3 and cover 2 zone defenses for huge gains and explosive touchdowns. Now to set this play up, come out with your running back to the wide side of the field. Then we can run this play stock with no adjustments, or one that I will sometimes make is take the receiver on the short side of the field and put him on a streak instead of that fade, but that is optional. Now here we have two main options on this play. First, we're going to have the fades up the field. Now if at the snap you see the seam open up right away, then you can just quick throw this ball and you can just kind of keep it inside the safety up the seam. Then against a cover 3 defense, if you see the outside deep third defender on the wide side bite down on the wheel, then you can pass lead this slot fade up and away, and you want to keep it away from that middle safety, and this can actually let you bomb cover 3 defenses for one play touchdowns. Then if the fade is taken away, then we do have the wheels on either side of the field. We're just going to wait till they clear in behind the flat defender, and we can drop it into that hole shot for a big pickup. And we'll usually use the one to the wide side of the field, but we can also throw the wheel to the short side. It will get open as well. Then the check down on this play, if everything is taken away down the field, will be our running back underneath. Versus zone, he will sit down, and versus man coverage, he will cut across the field, and he's just a really good underneath option for us. The third formation we're looking at is pistol strong slot open. This is a pistol formation with 2 running backs in the backfield, then 2 outside receivers and 1 slot rec. Now pistol isn't something that OU would have ran, but I wanted to include it to give you guys a little more variation on things you can run while still staying true to how Oklahoma would use their offensive attack. So similar to our flexbone formations, this will feature a ton of triple and QB based run plays, and then off of those we have some really effective play action and drop back passes to mix in. Then the run we're breaking down here is Power O. This power run play features a guard pulling across the formation, and your job is to read off that pulling guard's block, then get downhill and run with authority. This play has a slot receiver and a fullback to the play side, giving you a numbers advantage that makes this run incredibly tough to stop, and it's going to be a powerful way to control the game and wear down defenses, and then can help set up play action shots later in the game. Now the pass play we're going to break down here is going to be Shakes, and this is one of my go-to man beaters for this offense. It has great intermediate options with the C routes, a really good deep shot with the Z post, and then we have a check down underneath with our running back. To set this up, come out with your slot receiver to the wide side of the field, then take one of your running backs and block him, and then you want to take the other one and put him on a Texas route. Our first read will be the 2 C routes. These are great because they break to the outside, and this can help us keep the ball away from the user in the middle of the field. Throw this as the receiver breaks, and they're going to get really good separation from their man defenders. Now, if they have no safeties over the top, then we do have this Z post from our slot receiver as well. This can be an amazing way to push the ball down the field for big plays and make them pay for not keeping safeties back over the top of their man coverage. Then if all the deeper options are taken away, then we do have the running back on a Texas route as our check down, and this can be a really good option to attack shallow over that middle of the field. Then if you want to take your college football 25 game to the next level, you need to check out my website, Scheme Kings. Up right now, we have part 2 of this OU offense where I give you guys 10 more plays with even more triple option and running back based runs for this scheme, along with a ton more plays to attack man and zone coverage and some really good deep explosive downfield shots for explosive plays. Then there is a ton more coming on the site for this triple option offense, and we already have another mini scheme up on the site that you can check out right now. But then I also have a ton of different offensive schemes you can run on the site. Also, like my new super spread offense, where I break down 3 of the best all-out passing attacks in NCAA history and how you can run them in college football 25. Then I have my spread to run offense, where I broke down 3 of the most historic offenses we have ever seen, and I have full defenses on the site with my Nick Saban defensive scheme that works for both Madden and college football 25, along with my Belichick career defense for Madden 25 as well. So by subscribing to the site, you also get access to all my Madden 25 and college football 25 content for one price. And with the site, you can purchase the yearly membership, which will save you $50 over the course of the year. Then I'm also going to be running the triple option sale on the site, and this will run till April 21st. Use code TRIPLE to get 50% off your first month if you do the monthly membership. So if you want to check out Scheme Kings, I will leave a link for it down below. Now, this is a section where we're going to break down what we can learn from the real life implementation of this OU offensive scheme and how we can apply those strategies in college football 25. So the backbone run of the Oklahoma attack is the triple option. This is the bread and butter run that sets up the whole rest of the scheme, and this is what's going to make us impossible to contain. Now, when you get the reads and timing down, this will be the best type of run you can use in all of college football 25. So the two triple options we're going to be breaking down are triple option in pistol strong slot open and inside veer triple option in flexbone normal. Now, at the line of scrimmage, these are going to look slightly different, but the concept behind the run will be the same. It all begins with reading the R defender on the line of scrimmage. We want to read him, and if he crashes down, we want to pull the ball and get out on the edge with our QB. And now once we're in the open field, most of the time defenders will suck into the quarterback, and when they do, we can flip it out to our running back, and now he should have a ton of room to make plays with the ball in open space. Now on the veer triple option, it will be one of our wing backs from the opposite side who will loop around and become our pitch option on this play. Then on the pistol version, it'll be the running back who's directly behind the QB, who will be your player you can pitch it to. Now, after you read that R player and he crashes down and you get out with your QB, and if the defenders stay outside on the pitch man, or there's just a lot of green grass in front of your quarterback, then you can just keep it with your QB and become a playmaker with his legs. Then the last part of this run is if the R player stays back and is playing the quarterback, this is where we just want to hand the ball off. This will give us the numbers advantage and should open up some easy yards. Now for the veer handoff, it will be right downhill with our fullback, and you just want to get physical and try to finish these runs off with some power. Then for the pistol version, it'll be more of a handoff away from the triple option, which can be really good because the defense will flow to the option side, and now this should open up a ton of room for you. Then play action will always be a massive part of making defenses pay for selling out to stop our triple option runs. So the play action play we're looking at here is fake fullback toss rollout in flex bone close. This is a great play action play that you can use off your triple option and other flex bone runs to hit some really big plays down the field. Now to set this up, come out with your wide receiver streak to the wide side of the field. Then you can leave your short side receiver on his shallower cross, or you can hot route him to a deeper cross, which is what I usually do, and that is the whole setup. Now this play starts with a play action fake, and this is all about pulling the user down so that we can hit that deeper crosser coming across the field, and we're going to have the streak pulling back the deep blue defender, and then we can just fire this deep down the field for some huge gains. This route is super tough, and as long as the user isn't running with this crosser and the flat defender stays shallow at all, then this is just going to be an incredible option. Now, if after the snap the deep cross is taken away, then we have the trail route from our wingback coming shallower into the middle of the field, and this is great if the user leaves the middle to take that deep crosser, then you can just throw the trail route. Then lastly, if you come out of your play action fake and you look and your two deeper options are taken away, then we have our running back in the flat, and you can just drop it down to him, and then you can just pick up some easy yards after the catch. Now with just what you have for this OU offense right here, you'll be in a great spot. But remember, there's part 2 of this offense up on Scheme Kings right now that is going to make you way more difficult to stop. But then if you want a full breakdown of the idea behind my offense and a deep dive into the personnel we're going to be using for this scheme, then you need to check the intro video for the whole offense right here.